Welcome everyone to Followers of Mayhem. In the last episode, we got a mysterious letter, and that is not the right layer. Just bear with me for a second. I'm currently messing, as you can see, with an overlay, and that is not working. Oh, give me a second, folks. I'm sorry. Minor technical difficulties. But in the meantime, so yeah. In the last episode, we had a certain prince get a mysterious letter that then revealed that his parents were dead. And then we had our resident... there! Oh, hey, it edited it in real time. That's cool. Okay, so now we've got everything and we've got the AC correct. And you can see us talking. Now, again, it's still going to be a bit of a work in progress because I'm still working on a couple of things that can only be edited in real time, but we'll get through that and we'll get to that. But for now, we have a game to play. So, to start things off with, Kagura just fainted. I would say anyone currently upstairs on the, I think it's called a portcullis, would be able to see Kagura and Vienna from there. And anyone down here would not. And yeah.
I think Dennis and Draw might be elsewhere. Or is it not that late in the night?
Is it after the fireworks? Oh, it
yeah.
has to be, right?
This is during the day, isn't it?
Give me a moment. It is after the fireworks. So yeah, I'm using the wrong screen. Okay, so you're not there. You are not there. Is anyone else not in that area?
Would be it.
Okay, so Allow, you would see Elnath carrying a very sleepy Rura. Well, Butler is carrying her. No, Elnath is carrying her, and Butler is taking her, and they give a wave, and Elnath says, "It seems Rura's caught a bit of a fever. I'm gonna, take her to the mansion and put her in to get some rest."
All I would nod at this.
Too much excitement?
It seems so. We were flying for quite a bit. And, yeah, they, accidentally grabbed Rizara, but they are also not there. Okay. And Linsing has wandered away to go see different lands or something. Wherever the wind takes her. So, everyone else, you're all on the
battlements?
Battlements, that's the word. On the battlements. And you just see Kagura fall over, and currently Vienna is poking him with a foot.
Arlar would move over to him and to check on him. Is he okay?
And once again, Vienna cannot speak, but yeah. So, yeah. While they are doing that little thing, I shall start the series. There we go, we got a little music going. Alright.
Deathly silence.
Where is everybody?
You do see the crowd starting to thin a bit as people begin to head on their way, and I cannot move it with this. I'm gonna. Okay. So, the letter reads,
Fear not.
as you remember, and I will show it again. It's right there. King and Queen are dead.
Even though Gazura can barely read, she understood what it says and curses. Shit.
Well, he's gonna be down for a while. Put him on my back. We'll take him to an end.
I'll go and find the others.
Okay, you do that.
Alright.
As Alar goes and takes Kakara to an inn, Gazura fetches everyone.
Alright.
Meeting at the inn.
Shikon politely declined saying he and Vishanya are still doing their date. Saying that they'll catch up.
Well, you better hurry. It's really bad.
He nods.
And then make my way to Alex.
Okay.
Hey, meeting at the inn.
Alex sighs and he says, "Seriously, back to work already?"
It's something really big. Something that has caused our fucksboy to faint.
Kagura to faint?
Yes.
That's interesting.
There's a moment of silence, and then Vienna, you see a very annoyed lizard look at you and then sigh, and then she places Dennis in front of you.
Oh, so he's down here, not up there? Okay.
They're up there, I'm just too lazy to move things. Because it's a lot of space. Echo.
Right, Vienna needs a scroll of sending right now.
What for?
Does Grisser catch Elnath before they head into the mansion?
You do not.
Rats.
Message.
If it helps, I have sending prepared.
But before Alex heads off, he says, "Alright, well, tell everyone I'll meet them in a minute. I need to take care of a couple of things first."
Well, hurry up. It's really bad.
I will. Don't worry, just...
That makes it a bit more difficult.
Alright, well... And, Alex tends to Empire, and he just shrugs and he says, "Sorry, Am. Looks like it's back to work for me."
Well, can't save itself, can it?
Yeah, I guess not.
I'll go save us some cotton candy.
Alright. And, he gives her a kiss on the cheek, and he says, I'll say goodbye when I have to leave, alright?
Alrighty.
See you soon.
She waves and then she heads to get the cotton candy.
Now, first up, Alex takes a stop over at the magic shop as well.
You see,
So,
Dennis currently being held in front of Vienna like he's like he's a stuffed toy. Like he's currently being held by Dra.
Ah,
I am not currently aware how to make a sending scroll. Doesn't look like I have one either.
You're a wizard. You can write scrolls.
I will
Well?
see what I can do.
Allah, could you just speak for me for a moment?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that should work. Sorry, I'm doing stuff with the overlay while you
Alright.
It's just something I have to edit in real time.
While Alex is seeing Viren and Dennis take care of that, he shuffles past them. He says, "Excuse me," and he looks to Dra and he says, "Hey, Dra, could I speak to you for a minute, please?"
Yeah?
And well, more like as privately as we can while these two are doing their thing.
She sighs and reluctantly places Dennis down. She closes the door, and then she moves to follow you some distance away. You get the impression that this is a real hassle for her.
But yeah, Alex, he's looking honestly a bit sad, and he says, I'm sorry, Dra.
It's fine. What do you need?
Well, I actually wanted to apologize to you. That's really all it is. I know you didn't seem particularly happy when I was going around talking about Mercy's place the other day, and I just wanted to apologize for that.
She waves her hand and says, "Nah. It's fine." Mercy.
You sure?
She leans forward and she has this confident smirk and she says, "This is my town."
Yeah, man. Honestly, I wouldn't want any other magic shop here.
She nods and sticks her head up a bit in pride and then begins to sashay back towards where Dennis is.
I mean, if there is any potential of lost sales, I can recoup them.
She gives a salute and she just says, "You are fine."
All right, well, take care of yourself, all right?
She gives another salute.
We may not be around for much longer, so get in as much time with Dennis as you can.
She gives a look to Vienna and then says, "I intend to."
All right, and Alex heads off to the inn.
Alright.
For reference, I'm mentally thinking that Dennis's fur is all ruffled and messy looking, and maybe some of Dra's hair as well. Anyway, Dennis is trying to make a scroll.
Okay.
Because, he hasn't made a scroll before.
Do you have the spell sending?
Yes.
Okay.
I even have it prepared.
So give me a second. Now, I believe sending is a first level spell, yes?
Third.
Third level.
Let me just quickly look this up. Okay, so a third level spell is uncommon. So if Dra was lending you the materials, it cost you probably about 400 gold to make.
Okay. While Dennis is working, he asks, is there a reason Kagra needs to be able to cast it? If I recall correctly, you haven't actually told him what happened. Just that he needs a scroll.
Yeah, the deal, the honor is that, scrolls have a rarity to them, and, the cost to make them is directly correlated to their rarity.
So I taking this gold out of my inventory or someone else's inventory?
Whoever's paying for it.
Well, I guess then the question is Vierna going to pay for it, or is she capable of paying for it?
I don't think she is.
I'll pay for 100 of it. At least 100 of it.
Oh Lord.
You haven't really bought much of anything, Dennis. How is it that you only can spot 100?
I could do more. I was just hoping that others.
I can't because I'm not there to help.
Yeah, understood.
Otherwise,
well-
if you do mention it, Dennis, I would owe a Sealy.
Okay.
Alright, well, you know what?
I
we
shoved
can,
300 gold pieces into a piece of paper.
That's not how it works.
You know what I mean.
Dra sees you trying to do this, and she just shakes her head, and she pulls Dennis inside, and she shows him how you inscribe the spell scroll.
Okay. I assume I expend the spell slot as well.
Yep. I think that's how it works. I'm not sure, but we'll say yes for now.
I mean, the spell
Okay.
has to come from somewhere. I imagine it's like a ring of spell storing, but in paper form.
Anyway, you've successfully made the scroll. Probably, would it be an Arcana check? Now, for the sake of simplicity, we'll just say you make it. I'll look up the proper rules on spell making later.
If it makes you feel any better, I already did the roll.
Okay. You did too. Anyway, you succeed. So, once more you're placed outside.
Is there anything else I need to do, Vierna? I assume I probably need to come talk with you guys about this, don't I? Understood. I'm sorry, dear Draw. It looks like I need to go do something.
Alright. Could you
he
speak
gives-
to me for a moment again?
Me?
Yep, okay, I was just checking something. Alright, continue, Dennis.
Is she tall or shorter at the moment?
She is taller, because she was holding you like a
He makes a
sister.
futile attempt to kiss her before leaving.
She lands down and lets you do so. She was hugging you like a teddy bear, remember?
Alright. That's the main reason I asked.
Okay. So yeah. I'm going to say you all managed to get yourselves together, and by this point I'd say you can start waking up when you're ready, Kagra.
All right, has everyone who all has made it to the inn?
You all have, but I haven't got the map prepared for the places in. Yeah, I do, but let me get it. Let's see, places in. Boom. Give me a second to get your tokens. Okay, it's oh man, this inn is old. But, yeah, and I just need to... Nearly done. It's a little bit bigger, and... Bam. Okay.
Okay, so I guess it's about round when everyone's gathered around in the room. Kagura was laid down, and that he starts to stir.
Sure.
And you see, he slowly opens his eyes, and rises up into a sitting position, and Kagura then clutches his head, and how long was I out?
Dunno, apparently he just fainted. Fiona brought us all here. What exactly happened?
I was talking to Vierna in front of the arena where you guys fought that cake, and oh, that's right. Oh, he he buries his face in his hands and saying, it was Sarai. My parents were murdered. My sister kidnapped.
You want to run that one by me again?
His parents were murdered and his sister was kidnapped.
Yeah, I heard him. I just don't believe it.
Sarai would never joke or lie about something like that. Plus, I could see the shakiness in his handwriting. Whatever he must have freaked him out really good for his handwriting to be that bad.
Alex his face scrunches up a little bit and he just slams his hand on the table. Great. Just great.
That's supposed to be my thing.
It's just when I thought, just when I thought we had made this island a little bit safer.
Ascended Julian confirmed that the Syndicate already has the bodies for resurrection. Alright, so at least the King and Queen are going to be brought back. That's a silver lining to this, at least.
If
Problem
they want
is,
to come back.
Well, why wouldn't they? But we've got a bigger problem here. And he leans in to whisper at everyone, because I imagine Alex would think this is not something everyone needs to know. And he said, you said your sister is missing, right?
Yes. That's the one. That's the part of the letter Sarai stressed the most.
As for the one I actually care about, and Vierna has handed the sending scroll to Kagura. Use it to call her.
You send over to your mother, I think, right, Vienna, or someone like that? Do they have any suspects?
Do we have any?
All right.
Do they have any clues to go on?
Kagura takes the scroll. Kagura takes the scroll, and he focuses. He has to keep his head straight as he calls out out to his sister. Just give me a minute here.
Oh yeah, and Vierna puts here on use that message.
Sorry, did I miss something?
No, I'm just super excited right now.
Oh, right. Okay. So what's your message, Kagra?
I'm typing it.
Okay.
Vierna's already written it up for you here. She asked you to say this in the chat.
Yep, but he might send something different. That's why I asked. Okay, so we want... Okay, 60.
Their cause of death was in marrow.
Okay. Yeah.
Apparently the suspect is an archer, though. That's just... I mean, that's kind of a broad description. I mean,
Can
Bill
they
and a
describe?
grudge as a suspect.
Did they examine the arrows?
Probably didn't have enough time for it.
Sometimes an assassin can leave its marker by the design of the arrow.
I ran out of sendings before I could ask.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah, no, I have 2 more sendings if you need them.
Kagra?
5, 6, 7,
Ah.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
14,
14, 15,
16,
16.
17, 18.
Ooh, I feel really good today. Oh, yes.
I'm sure Allah will explain it later.
No, she would not know this because she hasn't seen all the clues.
I meant out of character.
Oh, okay.
I'm glad you're having fun, though. I'm glad you're having fun.
I'm
We
glad
can
I'm
ask
most
about the
likely right.
details in person. You know what? I should be reading out what Vienna says in case people are trying to watch this, and they're not watching. They're listening. You know.
I do that a lot when I do live stream, so
Yeah.
that would be.
So yep. So literally everyone with a bow is a suspect. With a bow and a grudge is suspect. I ran out of sendings before I could ask. And we can ask about the details in person. Rescuing my niece is the priority.
Wow, look at you, Vierna, finally actually caring about family. I thought family meant shit to you.
Well, that's not only that. The point is this: if we know who the suspect is, we can track him down easier.
Well, all we know is he's an archer, and almost anyone who even has a slight amount of training knows how to use a bow.
Yeah, so who's willing to do it?
Gaga, you done with your message?
You didn't get it? I whispered it to GM.
Oh, sorry. I have that set up to I have my screen set up to see the folders, so I don't see GM messages half the time. Let's see. Okay. So we can ask about the details in person, and not quite true is what Vienna said in response to that. So you wait 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, 20.
Oh,
Yeah, we
Miss
heard you
Olsen.
about the arrow, Grisera.
Okay, I just wasn't sure. New phone and all.
Gotcha.
Vienna said she didn't have.
She ran out of sendings before she could ask any more
Yeah.
details.
Okay. By the 30-minute mark, you realize that a response isn't coming.
Kagura slams his fist on the side of the bed, saying, "Damn it! She's not responding."
Calm down, kid. Look. Alright. Here. Fiona said it herself. We can ask more details in person. So you know what this means, right? We need to head off to Prosh. Your mum and dad are already there. They're being resurrected by the Syndicate. We can ask all the details we could possibly imagine there.
Kagura just clenches his hand tightly into a fist. Kagura just raises his fist and clenches it. I swear, whoever took her, they're going. I'll make them never wish. I make them wish they were never born.
Grisura
Well-
places a calming hand on Kagura's shoulder. And we will get them. Right? But we won't do anything if we just sit here. Let's just grab Shikon and get the hell out of here and get us over to Prosh. Rura can catch up once she's better. The sooner we get to Prosh, the more we'll be able to know. And the more we know, the faster we'll be able to find that bastard.
Then we leave now.
Alright, Alex stands up and he says, "Alright, everybody, well, if you're short on rations, better get them. It's a long trip to Prosh. I'll go tell Elneth to send her our way when she wakes up."
I don't suppose there's any flying owl cats or whatever.
Here, in nowhere. I mean, if Lynn was around here, maybe, but I saw her wander off not too long ago. I don't think we can rely on an owl cat.
I'm just saying.
I need spell components.
I'm just saying, we may need mounts to get to Prosh faster. And I think that owl cat or whatever it is the fastest way we can get there.
Well, if we're lucky, she's still hanging around the front of the town, maybe. But I don't think we can really rely on that.
Alright, so a few things. You can get rations from Mrs. Brightley's store. They're about... It depends on what quality you want. The general rations will cost you about... I think it's 3 copper or something. 5 copper. And if you want...
Rations are about 5 silver apiece.
Those are for the modest quality ones. I'm talking like super cheap ones. So you can either go for some probably terrible tasting rations or some decent rations that'll be 5 silver each. It's up to you. And then you can go for the really high quality rations, which are like a gold a piece. And yep, remember to get them. And as for you, Fiona, Dra will say, "What do you want?" I have a few things. Not much, but a few.
Grisura's going to spend 1 gold for high quality rations.
It's 1 gold a day.
Oh.
So pick how many days you want.
Yeah, like I spent 50 gold for 10 rations.
Dra frowns at that and she shakes her head and says, Dra can probably help with incense, but diamonds harder to come by. From nowhere, It is, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14 days by land. And if you took a boat, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And, hold on a second. 12. You're moving by boat, so it's a little faster. I'd say 7 days. You could get a boat in somewhere. Now it's not overrun with stuff, but
Yeah, I was gonna say Noah's probably the quickest way to get there to charter a boat.
So yeah, Vienna, you can get the incense fairly easily, but Dra doesn't exactly have diamond dust lying around. Anything else anyone wants to get?
Hang on.
Dennis wants a hug and a kiss.
You
It
receive
looks
them
like
with
we're going to be leaving now, Draw. Sorry.
You receive them with interest. Yeah, looks a little sad by this, but she's a small magic shop in a very small town. She only affords so many ingredients, and diamond dust is expensive. So, what's next?
I
purchased silver coin rations.
Okay. What did you say?
I want to say goodbye to the people down there.
Okay.
They're already gone.
Sure. They're no, they're still there. They're starting to wind down, but you know, your father gives you a hug and he says, "Just call my name on the waves if you need me." And Eris looks to you and says, "I think me and Laura are gonna stay here for a few days, and then I don't know, we might go. I don't know."
Find the goal, sis. That's all I can say.
I'll send you a letter when I know where we're heading.
You don't need to. I gotta use sending stone.
Oh, right. She chuckles a bit. And yeah.
Eller nods and waves off the twig for a moment too before heading off.
Twig blows. Twig takes a whiff of his medicinal herbs and then blows it towards you.
She would make a small laugh at that and move on.
Oh, yeah, there is actually something up. Alex turns to the entire pod and he says, Alright, again, I need to take care of a few things before I leave. You guys go on ahead to somewhere and I'll catch up with you in a moment, alright?
Be careful.
I will, don't worry.
Rizura, you get a hearty cheer as they say, "Yeah!" So, Alex.
I would like to wait for Rura, but I don't know when that'll be.
Well, Rura is currently down with Elnath and the Shimmering Mansion portal. You actually do have permission to enter the portal, so you can easily come in.
Alright, but yeah, what Alex is doing is, well, first off, he's saying goodbye to everyone as well for now, because he did that once, and he's not going to make the same. He did it without saying goodbye once, and he's not going to make the same mistake again.
Your parents dote on you a little, but they eventually let you go. Mrs. Brightly dotes on you a little, but eventually lets you go. Dra gives you a wave, and so on and so forth. You actually even
Right.
get a copy of Maggie's latest book from her as well when she catches your attention.
Fair enough.
I believe this one is the book about the pirates, I think.
The one Vienna found.
Yeah.
All right. Alex pockets that for later. And second of all, he does go to Elnath's mansion to update him on what's going on.
Oh, I was going to
And
follow on that.
Okay.
And to basically say, if whenever Rura wakes up, send her our way to Prosh.
Alright, they're down here near the fort.
Down here near the fort. Gotcha.
Near where Middens is tormenting a fish person.
Right. But yeah, he catches up with Elnath, maid and butler, and just says, King and Queen the royal family is in trouble. So whenever Rura wakes up, send her our way to Prosh.
Trouble, you say? Elnath leans against the door like, like one of those mothers that you see on shows that lean against the door with that do tell expression.
He sighs and he gets in closer and he whispers, "The king and queen have been assassinated and the princess has been taken."
Well, that seems a bit foolhardy. I mean, it's not like they're going to be dead forever.
Yeah, they're already at Prosh, about to be resurrected by the Syndicate.
Doesn't surprise me.
Strange how you knew that already, though.
They're the king and queen of an entire country. It would be strange that they're not being resurrected.
By the Syndicate, though?
Yes, the Syndicate is... The leader of the Syndicate is their... grandmother, I think it is?
The
grandmother of Kagra, sorry.
Yeah, we found that out a while ago, which was kind of shocking. Anyway, that's besides the point. Anyway, Alex leans in closer and he puts a hand on Elnath's shoulder and he says, "We do have a suspect, but it's kind of vague."
Let me guess, it's an archer.
Mm-hmm.
She always does that. He shakes his head.
Julia has a habit of doing this.
Oh yes, she always blames me for her troubles.
Go figure.
Yes. I mean, I am
Anyway.
very handy with the bow, but even I know it's a fool's errand to kill the king and queen. They're just going to come back, you know?
Alright,
The
well,
goal wasn't to kill the king and queen, though, is to kidnap the princess.
at least that's the assumption.
I wouldn't worry too much. I'm sure she'll turn up.
Alright, well, if, when Rura gets back up, be sure to send her our way to Prosh, alright?
Oh yes, I will. And, as for your friends, I believe that, tall shifter folk kind of puffed. I believe he's having a conversation with Tanuki at the moment.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, I did forget, if it's still in the time frame, can I roll insight check on a certain phrase he said?
Sure. What phrase?
She always does that,
Oh.
when he was putting the blame on someone else.
Are you trying to see if he's being... What are you trying to discern?
Discern if he's lying or not.
Ah, okay. Roll it. I'm pretty sure he's telling the truth.
Okay.
Alright, well, take care of yourself, alright?
Oh yes, and he reaches into his pocket and, he offers a key and he says, "Here, give this to your, what's his name? Oh yes, Dennis. Or maybe you should hold on to it. Just don't lose it. There's only one of them, and, if you lose it, then whatever's in there is trapped forever, never to be found again."
That's pretty scary.
Yes, it is, especially when you trap someone inside there.
Alex,
So don't lose that key.
Alex puts it on the inside pocket of his vest and he heads off. There's one more person he needs to go and see.
Before you leave, here's the instructions, and Elnath hands you a small slip of paper, and then he waves and heads back inside the shimmering white portal.
So he handed Alex paper.
Yeah, a piece of paper with the instructions.
Alright.
Oh,
Thanks.
the key, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Okay. Later, Mr. Elnath.
Toodaloo.
Alright, and I'm sorry I'm holding everyone up on this, but there is one, like I said, there is one last person he needs to go and see.
Yeah.
And that's Law.
Okay. Let me see. Where did I leave Law? Where did I leave Law?
Law was never on the map. That's why we were
You
discussing
left
this earlier.
Oh.
Well, he was with Eris last we heard, but...
Oh yes, he was
getting.
getting cotton candy and then he never returned.
Law gets lost like that.
Yeah, so, you can kind of
Did you
find...
find him inside a pile of cotton candy?
Probably, yeah. Let me see. I think he's under acquaintances, no.
Should be under backups.
Oh, that's right, because he's a backup character for you. That's why I couldn't find him. There we go. You actually find him currently watching the whole catastrophe.
The catastrophe?
Yes.
To which, yeah, Alex walks by as he just looks at it for a minute. He's like, you know, I'm not gonna ask. And he's like, Law, I need to speak with you.
Alright, I'll take it away.
Sure, I was just watching this entertainment go on. What's going on?
Yeah, we kind of need to, well, me and the others kind of need to head off right quick. Something major came up.
Oh, anything I should know about? What's going on?
Just royal family business.
Something on that scale, I guess.
Yeah, just we can't exactly go telling too many people about it, but just know that it's very serious.
Better if I didn't know sometimes. Unlike my patron, that's what I believe.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, I need to speak with you about that.
Let me guess. It's the crystal? The shards, I should say?
Yeah, the shards.
You need it, don't you?
Well, I need to let you know first up that it's not Mayhem that needs them. And from what he's told me, they were never intended for him to begin with.
Law raises a brow at this. Sorry.
Supposedly, he always intended the shards to be for me.
Law pauses as he looks to the shard that he pulls out of his pocket. And then he says, run that by me again?
You heard me. He never intended to use the shards for anything. He said it himself right to me. They were always meant for me.
That goes against everything my patron has said. That's not something I can go abide by.
Well, I guess even gods aren't all-knowing.
Except for the all-knowing God is what I believe in. So, I'm sorry, Alexander Goldgale, but I just don't believe you.
Well, that is unfortunate. I'm telling you what I know.
And what you know could be false.
Could be, yeah. Could be. Well. But...
Alright, well, let me ask you this then. What brought this to you to inform me about this? What do you actually need from me? Life is give and take, and I'm pretty sure you want something from me.
Yes, I do want the shard. But I'm not going to take it from you. There's just... I'm sorry, Alon. There's just a lot I want to say, but a lot I can't say.
Very well. Let me ask you this then. Who took down the poisonous dragon that brought?
Well, that was me and my group.
Okay, another question then. Who took down Cleaver and his gang?
Well, specifically, Grisura was the one who stuck an axe in his head, but that was pretty much us, yeah. With help, of course.
Help, of course. At least you're modest. That's what I like about a person. He just simply walks away then and accidentally drops the shard. Ah, jeez, misplaced it again. Oh well.
Alex just slowly, puts his foot over it to... Well, not puts his foot over it. He just slowly approaches it. And he says, well, sorry things are as confusing as ever with us, Law.
Yeah, they are. Hell, I thought my life was sucks.
If it's any consolation, I don't want it to be confusing.
Law turns, and with this giant trench coat, he looks like a mysterious man, and he even does like a pose of it. And
Elmac pokes his head out and says, "Poser!"
Law jolts at this and it's ruined his entire scheme, and then he just says, shaking his head, "Fine, just don't let it be confusing.
Oh,
Do what
that's
you know what's
Sneakers.
right."
Sorry.
To which Alex
Law gives
nods
him a middle finger.
But yeah, Alex nods and he says, the last thing I'd ever want is for anything to happen between us.
Nothing has really been damaging thus far, I'll say that. Don't worry. The more deeds you do, we'll see how far you go. Just don't let the
Alright.
corruption overtake you.
I won't, promise. And, well, if I falter, then, well, you know what to do.
No, yeah, I'll be the first one. Don't worry about that, buddy.
Wouldn't expect any less of a fellow guildmate.
I'm glad we know what our terms are. That's what we do. All contracts to the end.
Mm-hmm. Alright, well, I gotta head off now. My guys are probably just, tapping their foots, waiting for me now, so you have a good day now, alright?
Oh crap! Earth! And then he just runs away.
After that, Alex picks up the shard and heads on his way.
Alright. On that, his job done, satisfied, heads back into his little domain. So, is everyone ready to go?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so sorry that took forever, everyone.
So,
Kagura is just standing there, arms crossed, tapping his foot.
Lars playing her flute.
So, you all begin to head on your way. As you begin your journey, Alex, do you read the note that you were given?
Yeah, while traveling, yes I do.
Okay.
Semi-plane of the followers. An object that looks like a regular key when examined with the tech.
So, you gonna continue reading?
Just to just to summarize. This is a lot of reading. So just to summarize, Alex reads it over. He says, "Well," and he shows the key to everyone. It's like, seems like we got ourselves our own home. If we ever need to stop for the day.
Am I considered a larger creature for this
No,
method?
you are considered medium. Your size is
Okay.
large, but you are considered medium.
Just making sure.
Well, so then,
Alright, and
that means we don't. Then that means we don't have to have Elnath's foster dad following us around anymore.
And question: why do we have a live mimic?
you know what? That's probably a question better not asked. So anyway,
Do we have to feed it?
probably not. I don't know.
We could if we wanted to be friendly.
So,
But yeah, oh wait, Vierna did ask do any of us notice the shard?
I mean, he put it in his pocket. Didn't you? You put it in
Yeah,
your
I put
pocket?
I put it in my bag.
So, yeah, you probably wouldn't notice it.
Right, but yeah, so we'll keep Alex tells everyone about the demi-plane of the followers, and they keep on going.
So, by nighttime, you arrive in somewhere. And for the sake of simplicity, I'm just going to brush over it. And yeah, you manage to find a ship and boop, you hop right on it.
Question:
Yep,
was there a jeweler in the town that I could possibly visit?
the entire town is in ruins because it was under martial
Alright.
law.
That's true. Okay, continue.
Okay, so you're all on the boat. You're all on the boat. You're all still on the boat. You're all still on the boat. You're all very much still on the boat. Oh, hey, you're there. And give me a second to fix the tokens a bit, because I wasn't expecting you to go this way. But let's see, that's that. Oh wait, different tokens, that's right. Just a moment, I will restore sight in a moment. Give me a second. Gagra, Rose in the end, Vienna, get you all in it, and boop, 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 boop. Okay. You should all be in the... Give me a second, I'm trying to resize the tokens, please stop moving.
I won't move, sorry.
Okay, that should be everyone fully sized.
Before we hop off the ship, Alex actually comes knocking on Vierna's door.
On Vienna's door?
Yeah. And when she, in the ship before we leave.
Right. Okay.
And when she opens the door, hang on. She sees a drow with long male drow with long white hair and generally like normal clothes. He's not dressed the way how Alex usually looks. And he says, "So yeah, hey Vierna, I just kind of want to try this out. Am I gonna get my ass kicked if I walk down the street looking like this, or?" Strokes her chin in contemplation.
Okay. I think that's all the names done. At least for now, so that can go. Now that can go. There we go.
Alex is just playing around with his new mask of many faces, like because he thought he'd get a chance to use it in the fair, but he never really saw an opportunity. So he's just kind of at least trying to get a use out of it.
Okay, so what did you ask, Wedward?
Pun.
What did you ask, Wedward? Just to clarify.
I asked.
Oh.
I asked. Well, basically, Alex has shown up at Vierna's door, and he basically looks like a guy, a male draft, long.
Yeah, are you
long,
asking would this pass, or are you asking how does it look? What are you asking?
Well, he's asking basically, should I be worried that I'm a guy drow in Prosh?
Probably not. I think that would probably be the answer, Wedward. Probably not. I mean,
Typing.
so
You know what? Let's just keep going in. You should
Okay.
be fine. Not sure why.
so
Let's just
Alex,
keep going.
one day while you're on the boat, you take a step outside of your door, and you find a rug in front of it.
Oh no.
A new what?
A rug in front of it.
Oh.
Unfortunately, a certain centaur didn't hide it very well.
What?
You cut out.
Unfortunately, a certain centaur didn't hide it well.
Aww. Even with greater invisibility, damn.
Alex sees
Greater
this.
invisibility only works for creatures, doesn't it?
Yeah, it can only make you invisible, not the object.
I thought it was the point of rolling stealth, but I gotcha.
No, the stealth
Alex
was to
sees
see how
it.
well you hit it.
Ah, I got it.
Alex sees this, and he says, "Eh," and he intentionally steps onto it.
Oh, it
You-
pops out of greater invisibility. That's no fun when you let it happen.
Alex begins
it-
to sink into the rug.
This is actually kind of relaxing in its own way.
Alar huffs and drags the rug across the room.
Alex is stuck to it. You're gonna have to roll me strength.
Alrighty then. Fine.
No,
Strength save.
Allah has to roll me a strength.
Okay.
Because she's got to drag the rug and you.
Oh, well, I also got this for carrying capacity. But
Yeah.
I'll roll strength though. Because that's still pathetic.
Yeah. So, she's trying to drag the rug as you're slowly sinking into it.
Grisera comes across this and she's like, what the hell?
Well, keep in
Shut
mind. Keep in mind, Alex is disguised as a drow. As far as you're concerned, you don't know who this guy is.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, who the fuck is this? And why is he in quicks sinking into that rug?
He smiles and he says, "Hello there."
Alar huffs
Do-
annoyingly.
Do you disguise
Do I
your voice in any way, Alex?
Not entirely sure disguise self works that way. I don't.
No,
think I can
but you can still lower your voice or raise it so it sounds high pitched. I'm asking if you're trying to disguise your voice.
Nah, he's not disguising it.
Okay. Then yeah, Alex's voice comes out of the drow.
Yeah, Grisera hears this and like, what the hell?
You
Alex?
like my new look? Do I pull off the drow look?
What the hell happened to you?
He's up to his waist.
Like, yeah, about that. This is actually something I got a while ago that I haven't actually. And you see, he almost looks like he's clenching something underneath his chin, even though it just looks like there's nothing but skin. And then slowly, it's like he's peeling a latex mask off, and then he just goes back to normal. And he says, "It's a fun little thing I just picked up. A little bit of ancient knowledge for you. I can disguise myself as whoever and whatever I want."
Now up to his, the top of his torso, but just underneath his arms.
Grisera goes over and grabs Alex and tries to pull him out.
It's fairly
Shall I roll?
easy.
So no strength check?
No, it's a joke rug. It's not gonna It's literally fairly easy to get out. It's meant to just... Oh no! Oh, I can just step out of this.
True, but Alex is a heavy guy.
Alright,
Yeah,
roll
apparently.
it. Yes,
Right.
Allah's currently just...
He only weighs 136 pounds.
So,
Well-
yeah, you can roll your strength if you want.
Okay. Wow. That is my first bad strength roll.
Surprisingly, against all possible odds, Rizura cannot pull Alex out.
Yeah, Grisera's like, what the hell? And she tries to pull Alex again.
Olar pushes Grisera into quicksand.
Don't you dare!
That'll be a dex save, Rizura.
Yeah!
And
Grisera...
Vierna's
She shoves me in head first.
Well, you can't. The rug doesn't allow heads in.
Yeah.
So you pushed in, and you instantly sink right up to your shoulders.
Oh.
and
You
and
are
Fiona
so
comes
funny.
and
I'm
Fiona
gonna
comes
turn
along.
your tail into a I'm gonna turn your tail into a violin bow, Alar.
Olar
As
just
soon as
starts
I
playing the
can
music.
get out of here.
Fiona.
Fiona comes along and rolls it up.
Okay, so, guys. Vienna. Guys. Vienna, you start to roll it up. Only once it gets to where their heads are currently sitting, it doesn't roll up any further. But you just sort of make it fall over their head like a hat.
Grisera notices this and frowns. How about instead of turning us into jelly rolls, why don't you get us out of here?
Allah, are you still trying to drag the...
Heck no, it's heavy, you know.
Okay, yeah.
Alright,
Roll me a
Alex,
strength check, Vienna.
yep, Fiona, roll strength.
The DC is going to be pretty high because there's now two very, very heavy people in it.
Apparently Alex is super heavy.
Okay. 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 Okay, okay, okay. So, Allah, you
Yes.
watch as Vienna grabs one side of the rug, and then the other side, and then just lifts it up. There is nothing underneath the rug.
Olar
It's
fears
just
the worst.
flat, except for their
Ooh.
heads.
Olar fears the worst and runs.
You
Alright,
get
well,
back here!
Alright, well, this was fun, and Alex just steps out of it on his own.
Yeah. Alex is able to step out, though you do stumble a bit as there's no flat floor to catch you full.
Alright, and Alex puts on his drow disguise again. And he's like, alright, everybody, well, we had fun. Let's go meet with Julia.
Rizura, do you also get out of the rug?
Can I get out?
Yeah.
It's a joke
Yeah.
rug. It's not supposed to. It's not there to hold you. It's there to surprise you.
Yeah, well, I get out, and I gotta go and clean my armor.
It doesn't leave any stuff on the armor. You just sunk straight to the bottom because you rolled a nat 1 and you're in heavy armor. So, Fiona, you're slowly stalking with the rug towards Allah. You're running out of space, Allah. There's only so much boat.
You know, if I recall correctly, you have a boat you can drop us on.
Yes, I could.
Yo, this is just us killing time, but yeah.
Wait, where am I at exactly? I'm sorry.
You're still on the boat.
How far am I close to land?
You're, it would be a bit of a long swim.
Are we seeing land yet?
You can see it on the horizon.
Alrighty.
Going to remind you you're not a druid anymore.
No, don't worry about that.
What do you do?
I cast fly on myself.
Alright.
I play my musical instrument to do so.
Alright, you are now flying.
Your question is the rug big enough for a centaur?
Is the what?
The rug.
Yeah.
Oh, you know.
Roll a wisdom save.
Oh boy.
No!
You are held. You cannot move. You're about... let's see. What's your... Did you move your full movement?
I would have to, because I'm that scared.
Okay. No, hold person
Was it
just
up or
holds...
sideways.
Hold person just holds them in place for you and it wouldn't make a fall. So... You're up there. The rug is below you. And hold person is up to 1 minute. How long does fly last?
For 10 minutes.
So, a minute passes, and slowly the boat begins to pull past you. And then the whole person expires. Vienna, what do you do?
Is it too late for me to inject some stuff?
Just wait a moment. Vienna, what do you do? Okay, what did you want to do, Dennis?
Well, I was thinking before hold person expired, I would just poke her to break her concentration.
She's like, I think she's like 40 feet up in the air.
Ow.
Fly is 60 technically, but I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be able to get the entire movement out.
So,
Okay, I don't have a way to poke her at that distance.
Vienna is pondering a move. What do you do, Allah?
I shall do a song to hopefully make Vieira less evil.
Alright, let's see. That'll be a wisdom save, and what's your DC?
The charisma modifier... Oh, that's only one person. The DC is, however, 14.
Okay, so wisdom save, Fiona. DC is 14.
Yeah, that's an obvious.
Yeah, you know bullshit when you see it. So, what are you doing now, Alar? You've got maybe 8 minutes left. Oh wait, how long? Yeah, about 8 minutes left.
How
Yeah.
far is the island?
Yep, I know Vienna. The island is about an hour away.
Shit, even with 60 speed.
You know what? Just accept it. We've all had our fun and games, so let's just all
Alright.
get back down to earth.
Alar would land on this boat.
Alright, you have landed on the boat. Accept your fate. There can only be one.
Hands the rug back.
Alright, so is there anything else you want to do? Is there anything else you want to do before you get to Prosh?
Nah, I just wanted to show Alex doing the whole, he turned himself into a drow thing.
Alright, so you successfully make it to Prosh. The streets are as sprawling as ever. What do you guys want to do?
I say we head to Rizura looks severe. Not your mother as soon as possible.
How long was the boat ride?
It was about 5 days or so. Give or take a day or two of walking.
Guess we'd better.
So, unfortunately, I was not expecting you to go this path, so I haven't prepared a map. So you're just gonna have to put up with the square for now, and I'll draw the map and have it ready by next week.
No
Okay?
worries.
I'm getting
Gotcha.
feedback from Guzura, I think. Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
That's weird.
Alright, let me just get you all in front of it, and I shall set the scene. And again, I'm sorry, I will have a proper map made by next week, but, yeah. Okay. Still getting feedback. Okay, 1 second. Okay. Okay. Who's giving me feedback?
It was Alex that time.
Oh. Alex.
I'm not hearing any feedback.
It's not all the time. Yeah, it's definitely you.
Me?
Yeah. Whenever I speak loudly like this, I'm getting feedback.
Alright, hang on, there's gotta be input volume.
Could you, just, mute yourself while I set the scene, and you can fiddle with that in a bit.
Alright, sorry.
You're fine. Okay. It's just I gotta keep things moving, that's all. So. You all head through the sprawling streets, where it seems to be never ending. You turn a corner and there's another street, and another. A street where someone is selling some bones, another where someone is offering to curse people. Many different things. You pass by a large building that looks like a gravestone with an image of a flaming skull on it. And a few undead skeletons are guarding it, but they look to be more intelligent than your regular run-of-the-mill skeletons. In fact, one of them gives a nod as you pass by. And then, slowly but surely, you make it up to the more marble-like section of the city, where you can see spiraling patterns and really curved and intricate architecture, showing off this large, almost a little, is the word audacious? Ostentatious, that's the word. almost a little ostentatious. And standing in front of it is 2 kobold guards. Alara, with her perception of ridiculous, would be able to see about 50 archers nestled in the tallest structures. Their bows are at the ready, but not pointed directly at them. The 2 kobolds look to you, and then they look to Vienna, and then to Kagura, and they say, "You've returned," and then they kneel.
I'd like to have a word with my grandmother.
Of course, right this way. And one of the kobolds begins to lead you inside. Do you all follow?
Kagura does.
Alara would be the last to enter. She's just really
Yep.
scared right now.
Grisura hangs back to be protective of Alar, holding her axe at anyone who gives her or Alar any sort of stink eye, as if saying, "Mess with her, you mess with me, and you mess with old Betsy in my hand here."
Alex follows
You named
into
your axe?
The kobold The kobold looks to you as you attempt to intimidate it, and it just says, "I don't care, I'm just doing my job."
Grisura just narrows her eyes and just sticks close to Alar.
The one kobold remains at the entrance, and the other kobold leads you inside and into a large room with many chairs surrounding a large table with a map of Mayhem in the center. You can see most of the map has little markers in place, and there's a bit of color coding towards it, where the topmost section is blue, and there's a slowly broadening circle of it, slowly spreading out to the rest of Mayhem. And there's also now a blue circle surrounding a tiny red dot down near Shady Sands. Good day, good day.
What is this
Alex, feedback. I know, I'm sorry. Just mute yourself while I'm sorry, but I can't focus when I'm hearing myself. So. Well. Welcome to the Syndicate, I guess would be the most apt term. Welcome
Who's
home,
saying?
Vienna.
Who's saying this?
Julie, who is currently sitting at the very end of the table. There's a few people sitting on the chairs, but when they see you enter, they get up and quietly leave without a word.
Does Kagura recognize any of them?
You do not.
What's up with this map?
You mean the map I made in 5 seconds because I just explained that I didn't have one prepared and I would have a proper map ready next week?
No,
Oh.
that's not what he meant.
No, I was talking about the map that's on the table.
Oh, that map. I'm sorry. There's like 50 different maps.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I'm looking at all the maps all the time.
Okay. So, she looks to you and then she says, "Oh, this is just my territory, I suppose you could say."
Grisura then speaks up before Dennis can answer and speak any questions, fearing that he may annoy Julie.
Julia.
Julie.
You know,
Julie.
Julie.
Oh, my bad.
let's cut to the chase. You
What?
have a good idea why we're here,
Well,
don't you?
I suppose it would make sense that you would not be coming to visit for tea or something. Being heroes and all that. She gives a bit of a smile at that and she says, "So, yes, they have been revived. And yes, unfortunately, your brother is just as stupid as always."
Have either of them said anything about who attacked them?
Unfortunately, it appears it was goblins.
You cut out.
What?
Unfortunately, it appears it was goblins.
Goblins?
What?
Mm. Apparently, they dug into the safety bunker.
They just dug
And,
in?
What?
Roll insight on that.
You can roll your insight. Yeah, she's being forthright.
So these goblins. Any idea why they killed the king and queen and kidnapped the princess?
Well, and she leans forward at this, and there's a bit of an eye twitch as she says, apparently someone was trying to stage a coup.
You cut out.
You cut out again.
Apparently someone was trying to stage a coup. A coup.
We
C-O-U-P.
already knew about the coup. We didn't know is that they were at this coup was being run by goblins.
Oh, it's not. And then she has this look of just visible annoyance. It's run by a lich.
A lich
Oh, great.
has my sister.
Oh, no, he didn't get to her.
Then where is she?
She gives Vienna a look and then says, did you not tell them?
Tell us what? Because her ass raised an eyebrow.
She gives a sigh and then says, an archer took her.
You're saying my parents were killed by goblins, but it was an archer in a completely unrelated incident took my sister.
She throws her arms and then says, apparently! Swear, you remove 50 different charms and things and still one remains.
Oh, I was gonna roll insight on that.
She is very annoyed and very pissed off that...
Has there been any demands for a ransom?
Nope. He's just always been like this.
He?
I had a suspicion.
I swear, Vienna, if you have another brother that we don't know about...
You would think after telling him for the 50th time that I am not interested in him, that he would get a clue. I tell you, elfmen, they just don't get it. She gives you an inquisitive look and she says, ah, so you have met him then.
A few times.
Who do you think walked us out of this place after walked me and Alar out of this place after what your son did to us?
Oh, I knew who he was. I was more curious when Vienna would realize who he was. Let me guess, he gave it away himself, didn't he? He's always been a talkative one, that one.
How is my cat not picked up on the concept of acting yet?
No.
She gave me the death glare as soon as I started doing the angry voice.
Julie stands and rises, and then she puts her arms behind her back and begins to approach the group, walking around the table. 5 times. Vienna, 5 times. He has Grizzer
So,
is showing up with the deafened icon.
any other information were you able to dig up
Grizzer, can you hear us?
concerning,
Can you hear us, Grizzer? Grizzer?
Hey!
Okay, good. Sorry,
Yeah, I just switched to my...
Okay,
I just switched to my spawn.
back in
thing.
character. Continue.
Any... So, to get rid of the awkward silence, was there anything else at the scene of the crime other than goblins? Maybe some sort of idea on where they're going?
We've already tracked down their location. It's just a matter of getting a team together to, well, flush them out. If you want to do it, we can pay you or we can get a team together. It's just how much legwork you want to do personally.
I just
Not
want to
really.
confirm. I just want to confirm something first. Are you saying Elnath took my sister?
Well, it was his teleport spell that we found in her room.
Son of a. Kagura clenches his fist, growls, and just goes. He didn't think to tell me.
Yes, and yet I'm telling you. And
Didn't even know why
Vienna
you're
lifts an
surprised.
eyebrow and says, "Do you trust me now?"
Oh no, I don't. Like, all due respect, Miss Julie, is it Julie?
Julie.
Julie, right? I apologize for that. Julie, I don't trust you at all.
Well, that's fair.
I mean,
Now
look,
go on.
look, no. To be fair, you have been forthright with us, and I appreciate that. But you are still the leader of a crime organization.
I am also the one who sired the current king. Am I not?
Exactly.
And I have been
Exactly, in this.
slowly but surely taking control. And the places that I have gone, I have removed the Colosseums and the slavery when I can, as per the agreement.
And yet, I still find it hard to trust you.
She's been more straight with us than Elnath has been.
Going on that subject, what do you mean, what he is?
Pardon? Out of character, pardon? What do you mean what he is?
Vienna and you started chatting about saying you're referring to Elnath, you figured it out. What did you figure out?
That, Elnath was, right.
Kinda derailed that.
You're fine. I just had to catch up with the conversation.
Right. Oh, okay. I understand now.
Old friends is a very, very loose term. We once adventured together.
I honestly can't, with all due respect, grandmother, I honestly can't see you being the adventuring type.
Oh well, there are some things that are easier to earn with adventuring, such as money. Can you really disagree with that? I mean, an organization doesn't get off the ground with nothing. You know that, right?
She does have a point.
And well, I mean, when you think about it, this is probably the most lucrative business I've ever had in years.
So it just made perfect logical sense at the time. Unfortunately, he never quite got the clue. He's always been like this.
And he does seem like a bit of an oddball.
Tell me, Elnath taking my sister and the goblins attacking my family's sanctum, which happened first, or did they happen at the same time?
According to what Vienna's brother said, my dear stupid son.
Your baby boy.
No.
I'm sorry, just having a bit of fun.
According to him, the goblins broke in around the dining table and they went after him. But it appears that the goblin attack happened first.
He must have eyes on that place then.
Are you saying that the goblins were targeting my father specifically?
And your mother. They were likely hired by the Lich that wanted to try and get them out of the way.
Out of the way of what?
Oh, his coup, of course. You can't exactly overthrow what's the word? Diarchy? No,
Monarchy?
No, the monarchy, but it's got a government behind it.
Constitutional monarchy?
Patriarchy, isn't it?
Yeah.
No,
Patriarchy.
patriarchy. That's something different. But let's get into that later.
Government. Let's just say government.
And go. Deal. I'll just say monarchy for now, but anyway, she looks to Vienna and then she says, "Not exactly. Did you know he used to have a brother?" Yeah, it turns out that brother kinda went a little insane or something. And he's actually been trying to get my help on the matter. It's been quite a source of entertainment, which is, always nice to have in these trying times.
Because that's all everything ever is to you, isn't it?
But as it stands, with Shady Sands now under my control, things will be going a lot smoother in the future once we get rid of this last little bit of dissonance, shall we say.
Are you referring to the gentleman?
Oh, no, he's already dead. Or should I say she?
Dead?
Yes.
How did you manage
Ikaria's dead? Since when?
Oh, let me see. A week, 2 weeks, maybe closing in around 3 weeks.
And the news that Shady Sands was just taken over only reached my ears about a day or two ago.
Well, yes, news does travel a little slow to towns in the middle of nowhere. No offense, of course.
I don't think we're...
taken.
Well, then I apologize. It is not my intent to offense. It's just.
Are you really sorry? Are you honestly really sorry?
Oh yes, I'm very genuinely sorry. I do not mean to offend you. It's just my personal opinion that news always travels slow to smaller cities.
Can I roll insight to see if I believe her if she's genuine?
You may.
Alright, give me a minute. Insight.
Okay, give me a second. Let me just. Yep. Okay. Let's see. She's not entirely truthful. She really doesn't care enough to apologize. But she does want you to be on her side. So she's not truthful, but she's not entirely lying.
She's disinterested.
Yeah.
It's more of like, she's apologizing out of courtesy.
Yeah, exactly.
She's not like she really means it. She's
Yeah.
just being polite.
But
yeah, Alex.
as it's
Okay, well.
go on.
Okay, well, and I'm sorry to interrupt you. So, I guess the question is, how much are you offering to pay us if we take care of this?
That is a good question. Vienna, how much do you think I should pay you all for your task? You will need these skills eventually, after all. Let's see how much you feel you're worth, shall we say? Oh, very well. You can't blame me for trying, though. Well, yes, you can, but I don't care. So, I'm thinking around $5,000 upon successful completion. And any items you happen to pick up? Sorry, gold.
5,000 gold, huh? It's a decent split between us all, I'd say. I mean, and I apologize for intrusion here. Yeah, but perhaps we could ask for a little bit more. I mean, after all, we're talking about an individual who tried to assassinate the king and queen here.
Alex, we're talking.
Her head leans back and she gives this amused smile as she says, "Oh, I don't mind a haggler. You can relax, dear grandson." She steps forward and begins to approach Alex. And I'm just going to move her there. And she's going to say, "Well, you do have a fair point there, but it does need to be of some benefit to my needs, you understand? How about you wear something that marks you as officially one of our members?"
No.
Well, then I'm afraid 5,000 it remains.
Very well then. You can't blame me for trying.
No, and you can't blame me for trying.
Oh, I most certainly can, just like Bjorn can blame me for pretty much anything. I just do it because, well, yeah.
She then, she gives a shrug and she moves to approach Kaga and she looks to him and she says, "So, you've got 4 tails now."
What do you know about my tales?
Oh, I know a bit, but not much. Unfortunately, the one who has that knowledge tends to not share it.
Are you talking about Elnath again?
Yes. Did you know that your mother calls him uncle?
Say
You
it
cut
one more
out.
time.
Did you know your mother calls him uncle?
Elnath and my mother know each other?
Somewhat.
Wow, this guy really gets around.
More like you live
Jeez,
long enough.
Kagura. What else are you related to?
At this rate,
Nix?
at
Go
this
ahead.
rate, at this rate, you might as well tell me that Cleaver was my distant cousin.
I was gonna say the dragon was your distant cousin, but
Well, there is a
That
member
too.
of the syndicate that likes to go by cleavage, but we try not to call her that.
Yeah, that's a TMI right there.
Is she around?
Jule gives you a look and says, "Yes, unfortunately, she kept the nickname."
Well, I'm just
So-
playing around. I'm sorry. Like I haven't really exactly been in the presence of a mafia boss.
Well, no, we kicked her out when she refused to change it, so that's why I said was a member.
So even my mother has a history with Elnath. How is it that I haven't met the guy until after I ran away from the castle?
According to her, she believed him to be an imaginary friend.
An imaginary
Oh my-
friend.
Yeah, like hell he is.
I'm gonna roll insight on that.
She's telling the truth that she was told. She's telling what she was told.
That's fair.
Okay, now Cursor is questioning what exactly is Elnath. Because how can he be the Queen's imaginary friend?
I mean, there are spells that exist that can make you look like an imaginary friend.
See, you have to remember that the royal family isn't supposedly supposed to leave the castle.
Trust me, no one knows that better than me.
And yet, when I brought up a picture of him, she correctly identified him. Curious, isn't it?
Well, it's not
Strange.
really that surprising.
Hmm.
I mean, look, I know I sound like I'm making excuses here, but I mean, Jule, you know this for a fact. You've studied the arcane. You know that there are spells that can do this sort of thing, right?
Yes, there are spells. But I still find it curious, don't you?
I don't know. I mean, how old is Elnath? If he's about the same age as you, then he's probably got a bit of experience.
You know, it's rude to ask a lady her age.
I never asked. I just said if he was the same age as you, then he probably has some experience.
Not enough experience in the areas that matter, I'm afraid.
Like playing the game of bureaucracy so that you can take over the entire country.
No. And how to woo a lady, shall we say. He could
What,
have
like-
given me an entire town. But no, he decided flowers would satisfy me. It was almost insulting.
What's wrong with flowers?
She just shakes her head and goes to sit back down. Was there anything else you wish to know?
So
Actually,
let
wait.
me see if I have everything right. A lich and his army of goblins dug their way into my family's sanctum, killed my mother and father, somehow missed my sister, who Elnath just happened to be able to swoop in and teleport out of there, and just forgot to tell me about it.
Well, someone was hurt in that room. There was quite a bit of blood in the room.
Her room?
Yes.
Alara's gonna
Chill.
start playing her music and use this.
Well, I
On
say a
top of
lot
it.
of blood, but it was more like one slice was done. And she makes a slicing motion over the kobold, but isn't cutting him, just showing what she means.
That damn well better have been his eye.
So that just leaves us with two different paths. We can take out the Lich, or we go find Elnath and get him to tell us where your sister is.
Well, I'd say if she's
Either
really
way, either way, we're doing both. First I want to find my sister, and then I'm gonna kill the bastard who almost killed her.
Kagura, I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Me?
Yeah,
Maybe.
Yes. Because
I'll
apparently
cast
someone's trying to
calm
kill you.
emotions on you. Okay. So, you feel the rage inside of you suddenly begin to fade. And while your mind is still your own, and you can think, and you know what you want to do, your emotions are no longer holding power over you.
Reserve whispers to Alar. Nice call.
Alar kept playing to keep it going for a little bit longer.
Yeah, Kagura suddenly in this inexplicable in a case of a mood swing, and just goes, it's okay with you guys. I would like to see if my sister is okay first.
That's fine.
Well, if we're lucky, Elnath isn't that far behind, and knowing Ruish, she probably has a way of contacting him. So if she gets here,
Fiona, you can cast sending his way, can't you?
By this point, yes, you would have all your spell slots. Julie is tapping her finger on her chin as she regards Kagura with a thoughtful expression.
Dennis says, well, if that's all the important stuff out of the way, I have a really random question for you.
Hmm?
Do you happen to know of any decent jewelers around
Oh,
that
there's
won't
plenty.
take an arm or a leg?
She pauses for a moment and then she says, well, you can buy directly from us. We'll give you a fair price. And yeah.
He thinks for a moment as he tries to decide whether or not buying from a mob is a good source for a wedding ring.
Dennis, you do realize you can just go to Mercy's place if you want a wedding ring.
This is true. I guess I'll just go there instead. No offense.
Well, as you say then. If you would kindly... Yes, could I speak to you in private, Prince Kagura?
Fine.
Okay. She takes you away, giving everyone a wave, and she escorts you to a private room. She regards you for a moment and then says, I know you have been tense with things, but you need to understand that all I want is for this land to be stable. And with the people that are currently in power, and the little groups like this Lich, it's never going to be that way.
Would the calm emotions be wearing off right about this point?
Yeah, Lar can't see you, so there you go.
Okay, so Kagura snaps out of it, and he clutches his head and shakes it, and it says, "Damn, what? How did I? First I'm angry, and then I'm out of it, and now I'm angry again. What's going on?"
Yes, your friend cast a spell on you to calm your emotions.
Damn it. So, well, I'm to assume that your son it just happens to not be keen on stability.
Oh no, it's less that and more he's a moron.
You don't say.
Well, that's all I wish to discuss with you. Shall we rejoin your friends?
Fine. I need to find my sister, and then I have to kill a Lich. For the time being, can I trust you to keep my parents safe?
Of course. After all, one is my son, and the other is his wife. I was there at their wedding, you know.
Then, wait, my mother knows who you are?
Oh, not exactly. According to, and by this point, Julie has let him out to where everyone else is. And, according to, I was in the back of the crowd, you know. A shadow leader can't exactly be seen out of the shadows. But,
So you were in attendance just away in the back where she couldn't see you.
It's a good thing I was, because according to her uncle Almanath told her that I was a bad person, and that I should not trust anything, and that she should not trust anything I say.
Well, that's funny coming from a man and who has lied to me, kidnapped my sister, and didn't tell me about it. And he's apparently the only person on the entire island who knows what I am, what my family is, and he won't even tell me that.
Yes, I found it funny too. Well, they are your friends, and Fiona, do try to leave a bit of the diamonds left. You know, it's a little hard to get the amounts we require for some of our spells.
I'm assuming some of your stock of diamonds went into bringing back my parents.
Oh yes. He's going to be paying that back for some time. Nothing
How
is
is your
free.
son, by the way? You still writing those lines?
Oh yes, I'm not letting him stop that. Not even death would allow him to stop that.
So how long would that go on for? Like 100 years, 200?
His
if he's lucky?
entire lifetime.
Oof. You know what? I gotta hand it to you. That's a good punishment from a mother.
What can I say? I might be a bit harsh at times, but I mean well.
Yeah. Still don't trust you. Don't trust you as I trust you as far as I can sneeze.
I have to wonder. Do you actually expect your son to actually learn? Do you actually expect your son to learn anything from these punishments, or do you just enjoy them?
I don't expect him to learn. In fact, the only one that's ever learned anything is Vienna. But it should at least keep him in line so he doesn't try being a mastermind again before you are able to take the throne. Or your sister, whichever, provided she's still alive.
As long as there's somebody keeping him in check, and it's not me, as you know full well what I would do to him if I had my way.
Trust me, there are days I want to kill him too. Trust me, there's days I want to kill him too, but you can't kill family.
Wow, even though you mind controlled your own daughter into obeying you, you still think, nah, killing's too far.
Sorry, remind my memory, when did she do that?
Vierna just said it.
Ah, right. Sorry, I'm getting feedback, Okay. Yep, that's fine, Wedwood. Let me see. Hold on a second, Grizera. I mean, it is close to time. We'll try to wrap it up if you can hold on for just a little longer, okay? Okay? Grizera?
Yeah, I hear you.
It won't be much longer. Back to the chat. I'm sorry, Vienna. I had to deal with a bit of stuff because people were messaging me on Discord. She looks to you and then says, "Well, yes. I never claimed to be the best mother in the world, did I? As for the Lich, yes, as I said, take what you need. Just do try to leave some diamonds left. Some of the people in the family are naturally more disposed to dying every week or so. If that is all."
For somebody trying to keep things stable, for somebody who wants to keep things stable, you sure do get a lot of dead people at your front door.
Well, unfortunately, kobolds aren't exactly the most durable at times. But I give them what I can, and I treat everyone equally here. She motions to the kobold next to her and says, "I'm not one to discredit someone because of their species. If they have skills, then I will put them to use. So, are you staying here? Are you staying at the inn? Or is there anything else you wish to know? Because I do have a meeting to get to. I'm currently working towards getting rid of there's a town south of Shaded Sands that is currently trying to put up resistance to our cause."
You mean
Sorry.
you
Go
mean
ahead.
Airy?
Yes, apparently the stabilizing force that was there left, and now it's kind of just full of fire, shall we say. So,
Oh, yeah. Now that you bring that up, Yep. There. I actually met Eris after I actually met Eris around the time she stepped down as the leader of that place, and she said something about somebody in a pointed mask wielding a sword tainted by the same rot that the necrotic dragon was emitting.
Unfortunately, that's not really enough to scry upon. But if you manage to get a drawing or something, I can certainly give it a shot. As it stands, are you staying here the night? Are you going to the inn? I need to know what you're doing because I do have to get back to work.
Oh, we have our own place. Don't worry about it.
Very well.
I don't want to stay here.
Do have a good night, Fiona, Kagra, and the rest of you.
Couldn't even be bothered to
Good.
learn our names.
Good night, grandmother.
And so you leave. Alright. So I'm going to assume you will open the you'll find a clearing like someone moved. You'll find a clearing like over here and use the key.
Yep.
Alright. We're nearly done, Guzura. So
Yep.
you use the key, and just like you saw Elnath do, a shimmering door opens, which then swings inward, allowing you passage inside. Do you all enter?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You all enter. The floor and the ceiling are black. There is dim light, except for places where lights have been placed. Tall, large lights are focused on the plants, likely to keep them alive. With that, Guzuri, you may head to your bedroom.
Alright, well, I'm going to bed. Night, guys.
Night.
Reserve. Actually, Kagra, before you head off to bed, can I speak with you for a moment?
What about?
It's about Elnath.
What, do you want to punch him in the face too?
No, actually, I don't. Look, I understand if things go completely the way that I am not anticipating, then you're well within your right to do what you want. But take it from me, if you have to keep secrets, chances are you're not as bad of a person as others might think.
Didn't I hide my real name from you guys not that long ago?
You did, and what? Did we act like you were the worst person in existence?
I don't know. It just felt that way. That way, especially considering I wasn't exactly on the best terms with Grazura and Rura at the time.
Look, man, I get you. This is honestly probably one of the worst situations a family could ever be put in. And I understand that you're hurting. I get that. But look, it's just hard for me to believe that Elnath would do stuff like this. Look, we don't know him as much as we like to think we know him. But Rur is always so certain of his character. I imagine he wouldn't have taken your sister without a very good reason.
I'll know for sure, or when I finally see her.
And hey, look, buddy. And Alex puts his hands on his shoulders, like right here for you. All right. Not that far away.
Thanks, Alex.
Alright, now, you go get some rest, alright? You've had a tiring day.
Yeah, can't necessarily early let my sister see me with bags under my eyes now, can I?
Alright, well, I'm gonna be up a bit late in the, it seems like this place has a study, so I'm gonna be up a bit late. I'll see you all tomorrow.
Yeah. Try not to stay up too late, Alex.
I won't, trust me. Many years of studying ancient knowledge and all that, I've learned my limit.
If you don't mind me asking, is there any way I can ask Koro about my family?
It's possible, but he doesn't know everything. I guess it
Even-
doesn't hurt to ask.
Even so, if he is Mayhem, and my family is connected to him, then he must know something.
Well, just leave your questions with me and I'll ask him personally.
I guess the thing I want to know most right now is what am I and what's going to happen to me.
Alright then, I'll see if he knows, and I'll tell you what he tells me.
Thank you.
Alright, now off to bed with you.
He just steps away, heads to his room.
And
Alright.
Alex just heads on over to the study.
You head over to the study, and you can see a globe of the world, alongside something that no one else has seen, but something that you recognize. And let me just find it. It should be here somewhere. Give me just a moment. No, it shouldn't be in damn dunk. Do you... Maybe I can search it. Let me see. Okay, I guess I didn't put it in a handout. Let me grab it real quick. Sorry, let's see, where is it? It should be in places, was Mayhem, down here. Here it is. Sorry about this, I thought I had it prepared. It's just uploading now. Give it a second. But, yeah, Alara, is there anything you want to do while I wait for this to upload?
She walks away while Alex and Kagura are talking, and she just goes to the training room and mentally prepares herself.
Okay. Here it is. This is what is on the globe.
Alex sees this, and after a quiet moment to himself, he turns around and heads back to the study.
Okay. Is there anything anyone else wants to do before we cut back in time to when Dennis visited Mercy? If you need to go, you may.
I do have an out of character question here. Is that scar like literally next to Mayhem, or
It's not literally next to Mayhem. Mayhem is just there to show the scale.
is it like what's left of the mainland after the whole?
Well, I don't know.
You don't know. You'd have to go and have a closer look at it.
Well, it was an out of character question to begin with, so.
That's fair. TLDR, the Mayhem is actually on the opposite side of the globe. But Mayhem is just there to show the scale of the scar.
Either way, I'm sure something that big is going to be important later.
So, anything else anyone wants to do before we cut to Dennis real quick?
No, that's good.
Alright, let me get Mercy up and then we can do your scene really quick and then we shall end it. But for those of you who needed to go to sleep, you may. And here we go.
In other words, if you need to leave now, then you can.
Yeah. Thank you for staying as long as you did. Okay. So, you walk in, and Mercy is there, still with no pants, and he goes, "Welcome, welcome. It's great to see you back. How can I help you this
Dennis
fine
has never
day?"
been here.
Hasn't he?
He was poofed when the party visited.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Welcome,
So Dennis is,
welcome.
like,
How can I help
cautiously
you?
entering the place. He's like, "What is this place?"
This
And
is
he has the thoughts of
Mercy's.
the ring, the girlfriend. Oh snap! Should I really be getting a ring from a competitor, or should I get it from a syndicate, or all sorts of thoughts.
Fair enough. Mercy will wave his hands, jazz hands, and say, "Welcome to Mercy's Great Emporium for all your adventuring needs. For when monsters you face are fresh out of Mercy, Mercy's Great Emporium is here for you."
Hello.
Hello. How can I help you?
This item I here for is not exactly a magic item.
Oh, what is it then?
Out of character, I remember that he can read thoughts, so he should know what it is by now.
Can he? I don't remember him having that ability.
I believe he did, actually.
He can read the thoughts of whoever's in the building.
Ah, that's right. All right. Yeah, he can do that. Okay.
Which is the reason why I took time to express
I
what
see.
his thoughts were.
I see. Sorry. Back on track. I'm sorry. It's been a bit. So, your thoughts tell me you're looking for a ring.
You can read my thoughts?
Oh yes, I can read thoughts well in here. It's a security measure. To stop people from, trying to steal.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
It's a little invasive, but, well, with bargains such as these, who doesn't care? Who cares about a little invasion of privacy,
If that's the case, then you know what I'm looking for and what I want it to look like.
Oh yes, very much. I don't though, out of character. So you'll have to write it down.
Okay.
So, let's get you written up and get a pricing scheme sorted out. Again, because
Okay.
I don't know what it is, I can't tell you how much it is. So you'll just have to tell me what it is, and I'll tell you out of character how much it is. But regardless, Mercy will write it up and then tell you how much it is, and yeah.
He's just gonna get a standard wedding ring.
Okay.
Gem, the color that she liked, and of the size that she told him.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say that would cost about 50 gold.
About how much?
50 gold?
50? Done.
Alright. And he reaches into a drawer filled with the gems and he begins to pull them, and then he pulls one out, which is the exact gem in question. He pulls out a ring, sticks it on the ring, uses a bit of magic to make sure it stays there, and then he offers it and says, "Alright, there you go. That should do it."
Can I have a container for the ring in the meantime?
Oh yes, of course. And Mercy looks behind him and then opens the door and calls out, "Hey, can we get a wedding ring container out here?" A second voice goes, "Oh yes, certainly." It sounds exactly like Mercy. And then a second Mercy steps out and hands out a rather ornate wedding ring box and then heads back inside. Mercy closes the door and then places it down in front of Dennis. That'll cost you about a gold.
Okay. He pays for the gold. There's multiples of you?
Oh, only that. Only one. It's a simulacrum.
Ah, okay.
You know, it's just so handy having 4 hands instead of 2. It tends to come in handy. You know how it is.
Yeah, I kind of understand that.
It's...
Thank you.
Alright, come back soon. I hope to see you again. We have the best prices, and we have 3 stores. We have one in Frozen, we have one in Prosh, and we are just about to open one in Shady Sands.
Interesting. I heard that place got took over recently.
Oh yes, that's why we can open there. Because the previous magic store there went out of business. Out of business.
What was the previous magic store there?
Oh, something or other. Anyway, you have a lovely day.
Okay. See you later.
Alright. So, is there anything you would like to do? Anything anyone has to do? I'm sorry, I'm jumbling over my words. Is there anything else anyone needs to do?
Not like to be done in an RP session.
No, that's
I'm
good.
Alrighty. So with that, thank you all for tuning in for this session. We'll see you all next week. Sorry about the names, I'm still working on that. I'll get that fixed up later. Take care. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.